Copeland, your host with White Labs, an e-commerce marketing agency. Today's guest is Cara. Cara, feel free to introduce yourself and let our viewers know about your background.
Sure. Hi. Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm so looking forward to sharing about Big World of Little Dude. So my name is Cara Zelas. I'm the founder of Big World of Little Dude, which is an educational platform teaching young children aged 3 to 7 or that early childhood period about social and emotional skills. So things like manners, empathy, respect, kindness, all those good foundational skills that you want your early learners to be building. And we deliver our message through a book series, which can be used at home. And they're part of also the Humankind curriculum, which is a program that teachers can use in their classroom.
Amazing. What inspired you to create Big World of Little Dude?
So, little dude you get images of a little dude, but little dude is a therapy dog, and I got him trained when he was about 1 year old, and we trained through the Good Dog Foundation in New York City. I really wanted to do some volunteer work within my community, and someone suggested that I look into therapy because little dude was just such a chill puppy, and he was so sweet and cute, and he was like could be a perfect candidate for being a therapy dog. And so we did the training, and at the same time I was also teaching in an early childhood classroom. And my background is in education. So I have an elementary degree. I also have a media degree, and I have a Montessori certification in early childhood education. And so my experience volunteering really gave me this feeling of it's so important, that exchange of kindness for both the receiver and the giver of the kindness, and that a small act of kindness can have a big impact. And I wanted to teach that idea to the children in my early childhood classroom. So I asked the head of the school if I can bring in little dude and share with with the children about dog therapy and why it's important to be kind. And I really had an aha moment when little dude came into the classroom. The students were so engaged. They were curious. And those are both things that you want your kids to be, because that's when rich learning occurs, when they're engaged and they're curious. And I also saw an unmet need in the classroom. For example, when we greeted each child when they came in the morning, some kids wouldn't acknowledge you, wouldn't look you in the eye. And I was just thinking, why aren't we teaching these skills in early childhood education? We teach ABCs and 1, 2, 3s in a really explicit way. Why aren't we teaching communication skills explicitly, or how to make a friend, or what is kindness, or what is empathy, or teaching about accepting our similarities and differences within each other? And that led me down the path of exploring social and emotional learning. And that's what inspired me to start writing a book series and lesson plans, teaching kids social and emotional skills in an explicit way. So little dude was really the inspiration.
That is awesome and amazing. Who is your ideal target audience?
Two target audience. One is parents of young children in that sort of, parenting stage of late 20s to early 40s. So that's one target audience. And my other target audience is school librarians, teachers, school administrators. So I kind of have two markets that I am serving.
You've touched on this briefly, but what makes you different than the other, maybe say, competitor that's doing this?
Sure. I think my origin story makes it different. Like the fact that it came from really organic roots of my own personal experience of being kind to others in my community, and the fact that it's based on a real life dog, and that I do lessons or readings, he comes with the lessons. And I'm also a dog therapy advocate for bringing dogs into the classroom to help with emotional well-being. And I think that's a point of difference to my program. So my program stands alone without the dog therapy, but then there's just an added element of difference with using dog therapy in the classroom and trying to advocate for bringing dogs into classrooms.
Awesome. What is your future plan for yourself and
I would love to just continue to grow it and to see it used in a lot of classrooms. I am just done a website refresh, which is almost in the completion phase. So hopefully in the next few weeks, I'll have an updated website with better messaging and clearer messaging about who I am and my products that I have to help parents and teachers. And then I just finished writing the Humankind curriculum, which is a literacy based SEL program or social and emotional learning program written by teachers that teachers can use in the classroom. And that can be used in homeschools, after school programs, libraries, and in schools. So I just want to grow that and get traction on that. And I would love to also work on my social media. I think that's another avenue to build my community.
What is your best-selling program?
Right now, I would say it's my book series. So that's like the best selling products at the
Gotcha.
moment.
Gotcha. Well, being an entrepreneur, I'm sure you've had a few of these. What are some challenges that you faced and how were you able to overcome them?
Yeah, I mean, I think that being an entrepreneur, like no one teaches you how to be an entrepreneur. It's something that you just are driven to do. And then for me personally, it was like a lot of learning as I was going. I was a classroom teacher. So everything that I've learned up until now, I've like learnt on the go. So, for example, even just networking, if you don't know how to network, it's something that you have to actively seek out and do and practice. Just like with everything that you do in business, some things come more naturally than others. So, I like to be challenged and to get out of my comfort zone. And being an entrepreneur, you definitely face all those things. But basically, I think my biggest challenge is that I am a one woman show. So I wear all the hats. And I think that kind of harbors my acceleration of growth because I have to do everything. And I think if I had a team around me, my growth would be accelerated.
Gotcha. What activities have been the most successful to promote the brand so far, marketing wise?
Yeah, I would say sorry. I would say social media. So growing my community on Instagram. I think LinkedIn is another great marketing tool, especially if you're, I think that's another great avenue. And then I'm starting to now getting into email marketing too. And I think that's also a great area for growth.
Definitely. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you'd want our listeners to know about Big World of Little Dude and yourself?
Think I would like parents to know that they're not alone in their parenting journey. I think being a parent in this day and age is really difficult. We've got so many challenges presented to us. We're busy ourselves, we've got full time, we're working. Our kids face different challenges than when we grow up with technology. There's just so many more demands on parents. And so I think that just letting parents that they're not alone, that there's so many resources out there to help guide them into making good parenting choices, especially for early childhood learners.
Amazing. Carla, I really appreciate you coming on and sharing your story. And I appreciate your time today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This is
Yeah,
great.
definitely.